What's good, guys? I hope you're all having a mint day, and welcome back to the videos where today, you probably didn't see this one coming at all. Today we are putting the stock bonnet back on the RX-7. The reason? I want to drive the crap out of this thing over the next couple of months, and so toning down that T51R mod and cleaning up a few things on the car to make it a little bit more legal is certainly something that I want to do. At the moment, the carbon fiber bonnet, and there's a few other little things around the car, mainly like the catch can and the air filter and a few other little things, are not legal on this car. It's legal height, which is awesome, and I'm going to take off that rear carbon diffuser as well so I can get in and out of driveways a little bit easier so I don't damage it. There's a few things on this car that I really wanted to clean up just so I can drive the absolute living daylights out of it. And today we're going to be going back to our nice simple stock look and going back with the standard bonnet. So today we're going to take this thing around to Empire Tint and Vinyl, and I'm going to give it a go myself to try and wrap this bonnet, which is going to be very, very interesting. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll give it a shot. The main reason for going with an aftermarket bonnet on this thing was mainly for heat. When I was having those horrible overheating issues last year or so, the carbon vented bonnet certainly really held up. However, the issue with these right here is the fact that one, they're not legal, and two, I would love to have wrapped this bonnet as well, like yellow, and I think I will order some more yellow wraps so that way we can do it. But just at the moment, I'd rather have this bonnet here so that way I can wrap that one yellow and that one's yellow, and if I want to swap to this one here or back to this one eventually, that one can stay carbon and that can be my cool bonnet. But either way, this is still going to be getting hung up on the wall. I'm going to put some LEDs behind it. It's going to look absolutely mid. I have no idea how much it weighs, but I'm going to try and see if I can find somewhere in the wall where I can hang it up and put some LEDs behind it and make it look all cool. And I might even stick a bomb it or do something along the lines of that. I think it'll look pretty sick. So yes, either way, we are going to be keeping this bonnet around. So if you are out there and do want to buy it, no, you're not buying it. So yes, today we're going back with the nice, clean, stock look of the FD and putting the standard bonnet back on. And this thing is going to look so good, all yellow. I cannot wait. It's going to look so cool. Oof. Oh, also another reason why I am also changing back to the stock bonnet is for rain. I want to be able to drive this thing in the rain if I take it to work and not have to stress about putting a cover on it and not driving it back home and using a work car back home. I want to be able to drive it in the rain, so we're going to be doing this too. Oh man, this is a cool sight. It's really nice to be back in this workshop, to be honest. I have really missed it. It was such a nice and relaxed place, and I don't know, I miss tinting. Tinting was fun. And also, met a new friend as well this morning. He's been watching the videos for a fair while, and he's got a little Fiesta. Thing is absolutely mint, and yeah, he wanted to know all about the car, which I was super stoked about. If any of you guys ever seen me out in the wild with the RX-7, always feel free to come up and say good day. You guys have my permission easily to take photos of the car. This car is because of all of you guys anyway, and I'm super stoked about that. So, but man, I'm so happy it's back in this workshop. Rightio, now I have to try and find where my wrap is. I got no clue. Rightio, so I found my wrap. It's been sitting around for a little bit, but it's got that really hard backing sheet on it as well. So rightio, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to measure up what the bonnet, or measure up how much we need for the bonnet, and I'm just going to leave it attached to the car the way it is right now. So this is going to be a bit of a fun one. The direction of the wrap also changes the color of the wrap as well. So if I was to wrap this in the opposite direction, it actually wouldn't look right. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. So with this whole car, we pointed the front of the car towards the end of the wrap or end of the roll, so that way we can work with that today. So this is going to be fun. Where is the tape measure? If I remember correctly, it is up here. All right, so the bonnet is 1500. I've just measured it up with the wrap over there. So now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to, what was I going to do? Oh God, I'm going to clean this. I haven't cleaned this yet. Alrighty, let's get into the nitty gritty. So where the wrap actually sticks is going to be all the way down through here as well. And I'm just going to tuck it down into these little sections here as well. So we're going to have to clean down all of the edges, all of the creases in the bonnet, make sure this wrap is going to stick flush and perfectly, because as I said, I do plan on driving this thing in the rain, in the dry, in everything. Also going to wipe down all these panels if there's any dust on them, and yeah, then we'll get to wrapping it. Radio, so this is certainly not a how-to video because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to try and walk you guys through exactly what I'm doing, so if it works out well, it could be a how-to video. But either way, so right now I have some Bowden's Clean Detail, which we are not going to put on the car. We're going to be using this to lube our wet edge squeegee, so that way we can flatten this all down. I have everything all cut and ready to go just up there. Now the next biggest tool that I'm going to be using as well is going to be this thing right here. Now, if you guys are doing this yourself, this is going to be an absolute godsend. But what this does is this cuts backing sheet. You got to make sure that you don't go through the vinyl because I've done that before and it is not fun. But what this will do is you can pick up a certain section of the backing sheet, you can run this across, and this will give you like a perfect line. We're actually going to be doing it through the center, sorry. But this will give you a perfect line straight down the center. So that will give you a tacking point. So you can pull one side of the sheet out, the other side of the sheet out, and you shouldn't have any disgustingness behind it as well, which is going to be nice. Rightio, so now we're going to be using that cool little tool. I'm just going to flip this over and take the top layer off. So this is like a protective layer that goes over the top of the vinyl. We don't need that anymore. If I can pick it up, that'd be nice. Alright, so now that we've done that, it's a lot more flexible now. It's also very staticky. It's not moving off the table at all. Woo. I did that the complete wrong way. Brad's probably watching this at the moment, cringing. We're going to cut the backing sheet basically halfway through. So if you could imagine, we're going to have basically a line of vinyl straight down the center here. We're going to put it straight in the bonnet. It's going to look really nice. Oh man, this is scary. I've screwed this up many times before. Rightio, so it's not straight, but now we have a clean line of vinyl that's tacky, straight in the center. So now we can go put this on the bonnet. Rightio, this is going to be the fun bit, putting it on the car. So now that we have that clear line of vinyl straight down the center, I can put it straight on, squeegee that straight down, and then I can pull the vinyl from each side and get that all glassed down, and then we can start actually applying it. So it's probably the most legit vinyl install I've ever done. So with the bonnet and actually sitting the way it did inside the box, you guys can see that the vinyl actually has these small little recesses in it, and they're all the way up the bonnet. So I'm going to try to hold it up and use a heat gun and try and get that out as well. So I'm gonna have to do like a corner at a time, just try and work it all the way down. So unfortunately, I don't think this is the last time this bonnet is going to get wrapped. I don't know if you guys can see in some of that footage there, but you know how I was saying that some of that backing had peeled off the adhesive? Well, it actually destroys the adhesive, especially on this film right here. Like from afar, it looks completely fine if you guys can see, but then getting up close, I don't know if you guys will be able to sort of see that, but there is a very few, very faint lines. The worst one being just up here. You guys can see those lines that just appear in the wrap there. So we're gonna order another 2 meters or so of this stuff right here. And fingers crossed that fixes the issue. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks so much because they're all made in batches. So fingers crossed it will match pretty perfectly. But hey, this car is getting painted soon, so I'm not too... Yeah, you guys can see all of this right here. Basically, this entire roll, now that it's like this, it's completely junk. So that's all right. It looks a hell of a lot better in yellow anyway. So I'm just gonna keep going, keep wrapping, and fingers crossed I can get all this sorted. Righto guys, so it looks so freaking cool. But we're almost done. As you guys can see, we just have some of these edges now to fold in. So pretty much I've cut off all the excess and I've left about a centimeter gap or less, centimeter or half centimeter gap around the entire thing. Now it's time to lift up the bonnet. We're just gonna go around and tuck all of those little areas in and it should look really nice. Rightio guys, so this is where we are leaving the shop. I fixed up a few little things. You guys probably might be able to notice them in the camera, but overall this thing is looking absolutely mint. Now as I did say, probably wrapping that carbon bonnet will probably look the best on this car, but just for now, just for rain's sake and everything else as well, and also coming into the cooler months, I want to drive the absolute living daylights out of this car, and that also means making it a little bit more legal. And also I'm going to take off that diffuser as well because it's currently broken. Plus also it's a little bit aggressive at the back, and I don't know, I don't really know if I like it. But anyway, we're going to take this thing home right now, and of course it's currently raining, so we're going to enjoy it, and yeah, be fun. So freaking good, and I'm very nervous to drive this thing in the rain, but we'll see how we go. I never wanted to ever drive this car in the rain, but there's a first for everything. God damn. Heading down for a little riverfront. It's all raining and everything. Oh man, this thing is beautiful. Rightio, we'll take her home now. Oh man. Such a mint cruise.